go with another lesson today on color as well. But this lesson actually focuses on an art movement called Pointillism. So what is Pointillism exactly? The answer is actually in the word. It's artwork made of little points or dots. So it's an art movement that captures the image, but when you break it down and look very closely, the artist has created the image by using tiny little uniform dots. The reason we say uniform, it means that they're all the same size. So if they were all different sizes, it wouldn't give the same effect. So when you're making a pointillism artwork, you have to try to get all the dots about the same size. Today's project is based on a focus work by an artist named Paul Signac. Paul Signac is from France. And the artwork that he made is a tree called the Bonaventure Tree. Now, why would he call it the Bonaventure Tree? It's because he found this tree on the property of a Monsieur Bonaventure, or Bonaventure. It's the French way to pronounce it, Monsieur Bonaventure. So he was visiting his property and he found this tree. So he calls it the Bonaventure Tree. It's a pine tree. There's a beautiful large umbrella top shape to it, and small sailboats and water in the background if you look closely at the artwork. So he created this using the style of pointillism. So we're going to try to do that today. Now, pointillism takes a long time to fill up the whole page with dots. So what we're going to do is fill up the back kind of with a soft pastel color. Then we're going to create an image on the front and fill up that image with the pointillism. So if you're at home, think about a place, think about a tree that you really like. Think of a big tree that you like. Maybe it's an oak tree, maybe it's a pine tree. And think of a big sprawling tree. Maybe it's a tree that you've climbed before. And then think of the colors of the tree. And as you think about them, think of what colors you want to do in the background and in the foreground. So once you started imagining and visualizing your tree, you can sketch it out very lightly on a paper. The reason you want to do it lightly is because we don't want to see the pencil marks afterwards in your finished artwork. Okay, I'm going to draw kind of an oak tree. We have really beautiful oak trees here in Houston. So I'm lightly drawing the trunk of the tree and the roots spreading out. And then I'm going to draw some gentle branches, not too dark, nice and light. And I'm going to draw it kind of like an umbrella tree like Paul Signac did. All right, if I held it up, you won't even see it because it's so light. And that's the idea, make it nice and light. Now, before you do the tree, we're going to fill in the background. So I'm going to probably make my tree greens and blues. So I'm going to make the background kind of like a sunset color. So I'm going to take a cotton ball and I'm going to press it into my ink pad right here. And I'm going to draw, or I'm not drawing, I'm going to use that ink and spread it across the top of my image. I actually picked up some orange as well, and that's okay because sunsets have orange too. So here we go with the background, nice and light. I'm going around my tree. I'll hold it up so you can get a quick look at what I'm working on. I'm filling in the background with some sunset colors. I'm going to use the same cotton ball and try to get more of the yellow on the edge. So I'm pressing it onto my stamp pad. Oh, there we go. Nice and yellow here at the top. Press that in. There we go. Okay. So here's the top of it. And then we'll work our way down. So you can fill up the next part. I'm going to flip it around again with some yellow and orange and even a little red as we get farther down on this. Whoops. Your hands might get a little inky, but that's okay. We can always wash them off after. So I'm being careful not to get the ink on the tree. I'm leaving it blank because that's the part I'm going to fill in with pointillism after. So I'm filling up the background You can even do some pointillism if you want on the background, but we're using this big tool here. We're using the, there we go, the cotton ball, so it doesn't make anything very defined. It really just makes things quite large and filling up a big space. So my sunset tree is right here, almost ready to go. So once you're finished putting all your dots on your tree, you will have your first pointillism project. So again, you can change the colors, you can do whatever colors that you like to create your tree, and think about putting the dots as closely together as you can in a uniform way. Something else that Paul Signac did was called Divisionalist Pointillism, and that means when you put two colors side by side, they create a third color. So if you put blue dots next to red dots really close together, it'll create the illusion of seeing purple as well. So this is something you can try if you're one of our more advanced students in this program. All right, good luck with your pointillism project, and we can't wait to see how they look.